my Panda Pals, and welcome back to the channel. I am finally back from LA. I had such a freaking blast, but I am a huge homebody, so I am also very glad to be back home in my usual space. With that said, we are going to be continuing our regularly scheduled programming, and today we are covering part 1 of what happened on Before the 90 Days. So let's get right into it. Let's touch base with Loren and Faith. Faith tells us that she thinks Loren is super duper cute, and she cannot wait for what their future holds. Let me tell ya, disappointment, anger, resentment, and a ton of bitterness.
I'm so very happy. This is a new chapter of my life, the beginning of our future.
You are too good for him, leave him. Loren tells us that Faith is really shy when it comes to being physical, but he is super sure that things will be heating up very soon. Faith tells us that she is not a virgin, but all of her previous experiences with Schmexy time have never had any romantic ties to them, so she's choosing to wait with Loren until the two establish a much deeper emotional connection. And you should wait until you know for sure that Loren is not crazy, because spoiler alert, he is. The two head out for some street food, and Loren is really digging the vibes between them, so he decides now is the perfect time to pull out his girlfriend test and hand it to Faith.
I made you a special test. It's the Faith test. It's only 40 questions.
What is that?
It's a written test.
And Faith is such a good sport about it. She laughs and she answers a few of the questions, and then she kind of gets over it and hands it back to him.
Never mind. Just keep it up and back to US.
Girl, I wish he would. You are gonna wish that he did too, very soon.
Yeah, when Loren gave me, a girlfriend test, it's a crazy thing. It's so kind of weird.
Faith reiterates to Loren that she wants to take things slow, and he smiles and he reassures her that he is super totally fine with taking it slow and he doesn't want to do anything that she is not comfortable with. But he definitely does not mean it.
I'm okay with taking it slow as you need to go. But after 20 days, we have to have an idea, right?
Loren tells us the two of them are on a tight timeline. They only have a few weeks to find out if they are compatible in the bedroom before they can plan next steps. I'm a little shocked at how aggressive Loren is being with trying to find out how sexually compatible they are, because it kind of sounds like if they are not sexually compatible, he's gonna break up with her. And like, if he leaves her, what's he gonna do? Go back to America where you have no home, no job, no money? Like, your plan is literally to marry Faith and live off of her. I don't really think you have the luxury of complaining if the sex is not good. Let's check in with Chidi and Crazy Pants, Renee. Renee is up super early, and so she's cleaning the house while she waits for Chidi to wake up. She tells us that she did not sleep great last night because she is jet lagged and it is stupid humid.
Extreme humid area, couldn't cool down, and I was actually freezing most of the night.
That's right, folks. She was so hot that she was so cold. On top of being jet lagged and sweaty, she's also still horny as hell. She was hoping to have her insides pulverized by his walking stick and thinks that he might just be nervous because she's too much woman for him.
He might be a little intimidated by my touch. I mean, I am a lot of woman. Maybe I'm just too much to handle.
How mad do you think she's gonna be when she finds out about Chidi's vows? She already does not believe his god is real, and now that god is keeping her from getting her good hard dicking. Chidi wakes up, brings Renee into the kitchen, and sits her down so that he can show her how he cooks despite not being able to see.
What's your best food?
I love hamburgers, like no onions, pickles, cheese, mustard, ketchup.
What's that?
I know you're all probably waiting for me to roast her that she likes to eat her hamburgers with nothing on them, so she's basically just eating ground beef and 2 pieces of bread. But I can't, because I also like my hamburgers naked. Sorry! As Chidi is cooking, Renee cannot stop telling him about how much she loves touching his body and how she wants to just keep on touching him nonstop.
The way she talks to me, I get aroused by Renee.
I mean, different strokes for different folks, clearly. Because if I had to listen to that voice every day for the rest of my life, my vagina would be like sandpaper. It would be so dry that it would start sucking the moisture out of the air around it. It would be a very effective dehumidifier. Chidi takes Renee out to the market, and surprise, his sister is coming along with them. And surprise, Renee is not happy about it.
Didn't realize that his sister was coming with us. I don't mind the family, I'm just saying I'm just really wanting alone time.
Right, cause you did not just tell us yesterday that you hate his sister for absolutely no reason. Her sister tells us that she decided to come because she wants to teach Renee how to guide Chidi since things like traffic, roads, and general infrastructure is very different here.
Oh my God. Ah! Wait. When I'm ready outside.
So while Renee is pissed that his sister is tagging along, she's also very happy she did cause she almost got hit by 3 cars and fell into a gutter. The 3 head over to some caged chickens and Renee is like, ooh, a little petting zoo, how adorable. And Victoria's like, yeah, so we'll get that fat one, he looks real tasty. And then Renee's head spins all the way around and she goes all Jekyll and Hyde on her ass.
What are you trying to buy for? Hey, what you trying to get for? If you're gonna off it, just leave it. I'd rather starve.
Chidi tries to compromise by saying, hey, why don't we let the nice man do the myrtling of the chickens so that we do not have to do it ourselves when we get home? And Renee is like, absolutely not.
If you kill that, I'm gonna become really violent. That's the one thing you don't wanna do. That's messed up. I'd rather put him on the grill.
Bitch, calm down! You could have just said, I see them as pets. Do you mind if we eat something else? You did not have to say you were gonna get violent, you did not have to say that you were gonna starve, and you definitely did not have to say that you wanted to put the man on the grill. They take Renee away and calm her down, and she's like, chickens are like family to me, you know that.
And Victoria knows my chickens are like family members to me. What kind of person would just kill somebody's family right in front of them?
And I get it. If I were her and I raised chickens and loved them so much that I considered them my family, I would also be emphatically against eating chickens. Like, I would have to be some kind of insane, absolute monster to eat chickens.
But do you eat chicken?
Oh yeah.
How am I surprised? How am I surprised? Of course, that's her answer, of course. It's my fault. I blame me for being so f***ing stupid that I thought she was gonna say something not insane for once. Victoria is also confused and she's like, you know that they gotta kill the chickens for you to be able to eat them back at home, right? And Renee is like, yeah, I know that. I'm not stupid, but I refuse to be the one doing the killing.
No, I eat it, but I ain't gonna have no part of that. Like, when it comes to me personally, I'm not gonna have that decision.
Yeah, so you are not a better person because you're not doing the killing. You know that, right? Like, it's almost worse that you think that you are better just because you're not killing them, but you're still eating them. Renee tells us that she loves to eat chicken, but she could not get herself to eat that particular chicken, especially seeing how that man was handling it.
When the guy got him out, he just like by the legs, no remorse, like, here, you want that one? If I just saw like some emotion or thought like, goodbye, little buddy, I mean, any heart at all, you know?
Are you kidding me? The chickens that you've already consumed in the past, they have either been treated exactly the same way or way worse. And honestly, I think it's like way worse.
I was so surprised that someone that eats chicken could get so mad about a chicken being killed.
Victoria is like, okay, crazy person, why don't you just stay here and I'll just go get the chicken? And Renee tells her that she will not be eating that chicken. The only way that chicken is gonna be eaten is if they cram it down their own damn throats, and then she looks at them with eyes that are really murdery.
Let that chicken live.
And then Victoria's like, okay, we won't get the chicken, holy shit, girl. And Renee is right as rain in a fucking microsecond. Like, this is scary.
I care about animals the way you care about people, you understand? I see them like an equal, like that's messed up, you know what I mean?
I don't know. The last time I checked, I didn't eat people. Victoria decides to do the rest of the shopping herself, which was the correct choice. Chidi tells us that he's also super confused because not only does Renee eat chicken, she eats a ton of chicken.
It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. But that is Renee.
He explains her nonsensical behavior away by saying, that's just Renee. Renee tells us that she's not embarrassed about causing a scene at the market.
I feel damn justified on how I told Victoria off. When you've pissed me off to that degree, I don't give a damn at that point who listens.
Chidi tells her that he appreciates everything she does for him and asks what he can do to make her feel just as special. And I'm just gonna interject and say, holy moly, Renee does not deserve this man. Renee tells him that she would like him to give her more attention of the physical variety. You know, she just wants to do the cute shit like hold hands and cuddle and kiss and, you know, just get sucked and f***ed from front to back and have his so far up her ass that she can start to taste it, and then she just wants to rub her d***s all over his face and have her all over her, you know?
This is the vow I made to God. I will not be having sex with you until we get married. This is something I must keep.
Good evening. In tonight's story, a local Nigerian man has been found pecked to death by a flock of wild demon chicken, following the orders of their mother hen, his American girlfriend, who was able to tap into black magic after finding out that she would indeed not be getting her hot dicking. Hell truly has no fury like a woman scorned. More on that later.
You can't sit here and blame your faith. You're listening to your own ways and what you think should be.
Yeah, bitch, what do you think a belief system is? It's not wrong just because you don't like it or it's inconvenient to you. Renee is mad, and she goes on to basically call him a giant hypocrite and a liar because when they first met, he could not stop talking about how God wanted them to be together and that God was the one that led her to him.
God, in my mind, is telling me one thing, and apparently he's telling you another.
The voices in your head are not God. I'm just saying. Renee tells us that she doesn't think sex before marriage is a bad thing. She says this idea of not having sex before marriage is not even a religious thing, it's a government thing. She says God is not up there in the heavens putting two people together and then making them fall in love and then saying, whoopsies, you can't fuck until you go down to the courthouse and make it legally binding. Now, I do not care if you want to save it until marriage or you want to do it with a whole bunch of people. As long as it's between consenting adults, I don't give a rat's ass. But you can't tell someone that the notion of staying chaste before marriage is wrong or stupid just because you cannot find someone that wants to marry you.
The fact that you're letting religion step in the way of what you knew was between us, that's messed up.
Renee tells Chidi that he has done nothing for her as a woman, completely forgetting the fact that he is kind, patient, understanding, and treats her like a queen.
I flew all the way over here to make sure that Chidi and I were compatible. If I knew that he did not want to be intimate with me, I wouldn't have gotten on the plane.
If everything he has done for you up until this point completely evaporates and now he's just a bad guy because he's telling you he doesn't want to have sex until y'all get married, then I don't really think you actually loved him. And then don't get me wrong, relationships have ended because of different values and beliefs around sex, and that's fine. But in Renee's case, the sex is so important that the moment he says that he wants to abstain until marriage, it completely dissolved and erased all of the apparently deep, emotional, and spiritual bonding and connection that they did for the past 5 years. So it's kind of like nothing but the sex is important to her. And if that's the case, then I don't know, girl, go ride a Sibian and call that your boyfriend. And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. If you liked the video, please do consider subscribing and giving this video a big furry thumbs up. And if you want to help me please the algorithm gods, do me a solid, leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this episode. I hope to see you guys for the next one. And as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!